So the next project for today is I put a video out there, it should be out there shortly, on fire starters. It's a quick one. It's I think a valuable one, and so you might want to check it out. But now, after walking the dogs, and we're back in the three-season room yesterday. I ran the one plug up from down in the basement, right where I have my desk down there, my little office. I put a four plug in and kind of tied that in with that. And I had run the wires. And there's also in the basement, we got a cedar closet, and there's one light in there. So I had run the wires and then put the insulation over the top. And where the cedar closet is, I can't kind of see where those wires are because I've got a wooden ceiling on that. So I just kind of had to remember how I had done that. That's the unfortunate thing from, when you don't do your wiring all at one clip. But anyway, so today we're doing a 4-plug here. That continues that loop, and then I got the wires run for another 4-plug on this side coming up, and I think I'm going to take it over to, I got a plug in here, plug in this corner over here, and then a couple plugs on this side. But over on this side, I'm going to run another line, kind of coming from that direction. I don't want to overload it, and my thing is I've always tried to put 4 plugs in, because having rentals and just our own personal life, what happens? You put a 2-plug in, okay, and then you put a bunch of little multi-plugs in, and or an extension cord with a bigger end on it. And I think a lot of times you get into more issues with those extension cords. This is all GFI protected, and you've got the breaker on it. And if I look at this, the office, I'm going to have a computer or two, a computer, maybe a light plugged in down there. And then up here, I just don't see, I've got plenty of outlets if I need them, but I don't think we're going to have them all loaded up. So even though I've got a lot of plugs here, I think the amount of draw that I'm going to be using at any point in time isn't going to be too great. So we worked on this yesterday, a lot of trips up and down the stairs into the office, and where we put that plug in down there, and how I had run the wires down through the basement here for this, had it wired ahead of time. And then, it's warm. I mean, for January 27th here in Wisconsin, we're looking at 30 to 40 degrees a little bit, but I kicked the heater in this morning just to, just to take that nip out of the air. I got a giggle across the road here. Well, one of the persons here that went out fishing decided he had to kind of park where it's going to make it difficult for my postal lady this morning to get at my post box. He couldn't park up beyond that because he'd have to walk a little bit. Today we're busy at the boat landing. The landing itself is full, and then there's probably 4 or 5 cars that are parked along the road going to the east of here. Sorry about that jiggle there. But they're out on the ice. I don't trust it. I'm not going out on it. But, if they're drilling holes daily, they've got a little bit better idea of it probably than I do. But, it's been warm, and it's supposed to be 30s again, at least upper to 30s again today, I know. And I just, we didn't have much ice until that cold snap 2 weeks ago, but that was only a couple days, so I'm really leery about, the ice. We go through phases here. The first phase of winter is where, like they are now, at 5 in the morning or 5:30, somebody parks outside the front of the house by the boat landing, starts their four-wheeler up or their UTV, and so we get to hear that idle for a little bit, and then they take out onto the ice, and we go through usually about a 2 to 3 week period on that, and then they just drive their vehicles out there. I don't think this year there's going to be a lot of vehicles driving out on the ice. Like I said, the overall thickness, it just scares me, because you can have a spot where you got 4 inches of ice, and then 10 feet from that you could have something where you got 1.5 inches of ice. So I, this time of year, just want to make sure I kind of stay off it. So anyways, I'm going to get back to wiring here. I would like to get what's going on this circuit maybe done this morning. And so we'll see if we can get wrapped up over to around the corner here. Hit that, please, 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 please. I beg of you, hit that like and subscribe button, and continue to watch Pro and the Project Specialist. Thank you. Have a great day.